15th is basically not acceptable.
Do you know Tim May, legend Tim May?
Yeah, he likes Alabama.
You said 15th's not acceptable, and yet this whole team just seemed to be a little bit off this month, right? I mean,
it's massively frustrating. You know, as I just said to Olivia, this is not at all what our team's capable of, and I'm very frustrated. You know, there's no, as I just said, I'm not going to sugarcoat this any longer. For us to finish 15th or 14th, whatever it was, is appalling.
Yeah.
It's appalling. You know, we should be a lot better than that. But as you guys can see even from the other cars, you know, they were worse off than me today. Yeah. We don't have the speed as the team, and unfortunately, there's only so much we can do. You know, my balance wasn't terrible today, but I can tell you right now, I couldn't pass anybody. I couldn't draft up, I couldn't tow up, I couldn't do anything. And that's just, you know, there's a lot that goes into this, but it's so frustrating, man. But man, after, you know, Grosjean crashed and Scotty and all these guys right in front of me, I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe something magical is going to happen and we're going to end up front, but it just didn't work out. As I said, car balance wasn't that bad. I could tell other guys were struggling more. But like Marco, for instance, you could visually see his lifts into turn 2. When he'd go back to power, he'd leave me. And it's like, it's legitimately, there's nothing you can do with that.
What'd you tell Scott Dixon a minute ago?
I said, you know, Scotty, you know, just don't forget we got beautiful families at home. And, you know, for a guy like that, who's the greatest to ever do this, his play's actually been quite cruel to him. It's been good on qualifying weekend. It's not been very good on race day. But, you know, for me, too, I think today we weren't even in the ballpark. It's a real shame. But as I said to him, you know, we're all going to go home. Beautiful wives and kids, and number 2 on the way for me, and we'll move on to Detroit next week. We just got to turn the page. It's not that I want to overlook what happened today. It's not acceptable. It is not freaking acceptable for our program and our team to do what we did today. It's appalling. But I've got to see the positives, and that's that we've got time to fix this before next year.